he should be ashamed of himself, what he's doing. Stevie said he's bullshit, is what he said.
Stevie did, and
he used the word.
He is bullshit.
That's what he said. I mean, I'm not saying it, but Stevie said it. And Stevie is he's amazing. He's one of the...
Becoming an enemy of Michael Jackson often ended the same way. People eventually realized they had challenged the wrong person. During the first round of lawsuits against him, years before he was later found innocent, Eminem released Just Lose It and openly mocked Michael in the video. The moment many felt went too far was when he joked about the accident that left Michael's hair on fire, and later Fox confronted him about the feud.
Presentation. Tell us how that hurt you and how you're feeling about it now.
I've never met Mr. Eminem, and to have him, I've always admired him, and to have him do something like that was pretty painful as an artist to another artist. And it's sad because, well, I think what Stevie Wonder said is true. And I just don't want to say too much more than that. But he should be ashamed of himself, what he's doing. Stevie said he's bullshit, is what he said.
Stevie did, and
he used the word.
He is bullshit.
That's what he said. I mean,
Yet Michael still found a way to send a subtle, classy message back to Eminem without ever losing his composure. What Eminem did was wrong, he said. I've been an artist for most of my life, and I've never attacked another fellow artist. Great artists don't do that.
Him and basically saying none of it was that serious.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional, but I'm just happy that Michael Jackson is hurting me. You know, the personal things, you know, that was not planned. It was making no personal judgment on Michael Jackson. It was not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was completely...
Michael eventually had the final word when he ended up owning Eminem's music catalog. Although they later became close friends, things between Mike Tyson and Michael Jackson got off to a rough start, as Tyson believed Michael had disrespected him from the very beginning. It all started at an event where Michael was performing.
I'm with Don King, so he says, let's go see Michael. Michael's playing, he's in Cleveland. I'm behind Don, but as soon as Don King sees them and he sees Don, they go like this. And so I'm with Don, I was thinking, I go like this and Michael put his hands down. I said, no, but I'm conscious about that, because I'm insecure. No, he didn't do that to me. Everybody loves me, he didn't do that to me.
And somehow...
The situation only became more uncomfortable backstage when Tyson walked over to introduce himself. At the time, Mike Tyson was at the height of his fame, and almost no one wanted to find themselves on the wrong side of him.
On Earth wanted problems with him.
So we get backstage, and Michael's sitting over there by the door, open door, waiting for a car to come pick him up, I believe. Everybody's going nuts about me because I beat Spinks, and it was crazy back then. And I said, let me go say hi to Michael because he's getting ready to leave. And I go up to Michael, I get close. Hey, where do I know you from? You look familiar to me.
That's what you said to Michael?
That's what he said to me. Oh. You look familiar to me. Where do I know you from? Like this. I said, oh, that was beautiful, sir. I just left. Oh, so I did this, right? So I said, Michael Jackson, I hate this nigga. And so
Tyson held on to that grudge for years. But once Rodney Jerkins told him Michael wanted to see him, the fan in him...
to meet him.
All those years I was mad at this, right? Rodney Jerkins, he's doing music with him, and he says, hey, Mike, man, I'm here with Mike. Why don't you just come down? I said, fuck, Mike, I don't want to hang out with no Mike. He played me. That nigga played me, Rodney. He said, no, Michael said he wants to see you. I said, you really? He mentioned my name. Mentioned my name. He said, I want to see Mike. He said, yeah. I said, okay, I'm coming.
You know, when I met him at his house, then I learned to respect him. I knew he was a player.
Michael was one of the only bold people to mess with Mike, but after hanging...
Michael was one of the few people bold enough to get under Mike Tyson's skin, but once they truly got to know each other, that tension turned into a real friendship. From that point on, Tyson spoke about Michael with nothing but admiration. Paul McCartney also has a memorable story about the very first time he met Michael Jackson.
In 1982, you worked with Michael Jackson on, was it Thriller? You did songs for that album? Yeah. What do you remember of that experience?
Oh, it was great. You know, we had a great time. It was Christmas, and I was at home, and my phone rang, and a little voice, you know, talked to me, and I said, "Who's this?" You know, kind of guarding my privacy, private number. I said, "Who's this?" "It's Michael." I said, "Michael who?" Because I thought it was, you know, a little bit sort of dodgy. But anyway, he said Michael Jackson. He said, "You want to make some hits?" So I said, yeah, sure. So, you know, being of the hit-making variety. So,
But over time, their relationship began to fall apart after Paul offered him some financial advice.
fell apart a little bit later because he was talking to me and asking my business advice. And one of the things I said to him was, think about getting into music publishing. And then he looked at me kind of, I thought he was joking. He said, "I'm going to get yours."
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, I kind of thought, oh, you.
Paul wasn't kidding at all. Michael really did go on to purchase the Beatles' music catalog, and that decision strained their relationship for years. Here's how Paul described the entire situation during his 2001 conversation with Howard Stern, while Michael was still alive.
Don't mind that, because he had all the cash, someone was selling it, and he bought it. What I don't like is that I've actually written to him a couple of times. We're dishing the dirt. Howard, you got me at it.
Go ahead, yes.
I don't normally
You wrote him a couple of letters.
Wrote him a couple of letters saying, Michael, don't you think after, even if I was just a writer on the payroll, after 30 years of being reasonably successful for this company you now own, don't you think I could have a raise?
Yeah.
And, he said, "Oh, well, that's just business." I said, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've never talked about it. He won't even answer my letters.
Oh, my
so, you
God.
know what? We haven't got that great a relationship.
I did.
To be fair, Michael purchased the catalog through a completely legitimate deal. Over time, the tension between them faded, and Paul eventually accepted that the rights were no longer his. Although Madonna later insisted that she and Michael were good friends, there was a period when the two repeatedly clashed. One example came when Madonna took a subtle jab at Michael and Lisa Marie Presley during the VMAs.
Like when Madonna sneak dissed him and Lisa Marie Presley at the VMAs.
Well, what did you think about Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie actually turning up at the beginning? I thought it was interesting the way Lisa Marie curiously turned her mouth away from his.
And Michael
also didn't hold back after Madonna publicly criticized him, saying her attitude changed once he declined an invitation to go clubbing with her. He later shared that someone wrote to him saying, "We admire you and know you're wonderful and great, but they're jealous because they wish they were where you are." Michael added, "Madonna is one of them. Madonna, she's not a nice person."